So I know most of the people that follow me on Twitter are absolute gamers, and yesterday I asked you guys to show me your battle stations just to see how clean your setups were. At first, I was just gonna leave it at that, but then I thought to myself, these setups are just too good not to rate on an absolutely arbitrary scale that I literally just made up. In today's video, we will be rating your setups on a scale of 1 to 10. Dorito chips. Yes, Doritos, the ultimate gamer snack. Don't pretend like you didn't know that. So, first on my list is Dom, a dear friend of mine, and my man says he's putting together a cooking stream. But what you're cooking right now are my eyeballs with these wires. I don't even mind that the desk seems a bit precarious and that glass of water is dangerously close to your keyboard, but the wires look like a physical representation of the spaghetti code in PUBG. The upside is that beyond the Italian dish of wires, there's a semblance of cable management in your cases. I give this setup a 4 out of 10 Doritos, but only because you're not gaming on this setup. Otherwise, I'm sure this is what a gamer setup looks like anyway. Next up, we got Dangerous Dave, and he's coming in hot with a blinding ring light right into my eyeballs, but otherwise, this looks good to me. Got your Blue Yeti facing the right way, some speakers. I question the desk space because I'm an arm aiming kind of guy, but the one thing I can't let you get away with is that default Windows wallpaper. I'm gonna need you to get to one of the million wallpaper websites that exist and immediately go to the anime section and weave up your background. Now the inside of your setup looks mighty fine and the cable management looks tight, so I'm gonna give this setup a 7 out of 10 Doritos because that looks like a micro ATX motherboard and I've only had problems with those. However, it looks like you're upgrading soon, so good luck and enjoy the frames. The next setup here is Shooter Q. And I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chief. Aside from that iPhone and the ad blocker you're using, I have no idea what in the world I'm looking at. So I'm gonna give you a 2 out of 10 Doritos anyway, because it looks like you're probably part of some secret underground hacker society, and I can't have you looking at the hentai on my hard drive. Next, we have Duvet Gaming, and this here looks solid, but you're playing at my bias with the hats, man. The drip is looking real nice. But I'm here to rate your setup, not your hats. So I gotta say, this is looking real good. You got the essentials. I'm peeping that stream deck. And you got a nice long mouse pad. I'm liking the wallpaper. That being said, it would be dope if it panned across your desktop instead. And I'm peeping that gaming chair, so we know you're blasting kids on cotton. Overall, I give this setup a 6 out of 10 Doritos, because I want to see those monitors up off your desk, and one of them vertical because I care about your eyeballs. Next up, we got Greasy, and honestly, this has got to be the best setup I've seen yet. It's all color coordinating, got the Hot Wheels mouse, Hot Wheels CD case, keyboard, speakers, wallpaper, and he's even ready to play racing games on Windows 98. Also, as we all know, the fire decal must mean the system is top of the line in both speed and graphics, so I'm gonna have to give this one a 20 out of 10 Doritos. This is the guy your girlfriend told you not to worry about. But we're not done, because next we have another absolute specimen. He's got a nice IBM with Indiana Jones on one side, and even though I didn't think they'd allow this on YouTube, he's got Day of the Tentacle up on top, and let's be honest, we've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. My only critique is that his mouse is literally a Lego, and for that, it gets a 19 out of 10 Doritos. Now we're looking at Dark Sage. And right off the bat, I love your setup. Seems almost glacial in a way, and then we get to the outside, and you know what? I ain't even mad. I think your monitors are all different, but the icing on the cake is the monitor on the box. It reminds me of my setup when I first started, and I think I also had the same mousepad you have in the photo. Again, I like that your mic is facing the correct way. You'll be surprised how many people don't use their directional mics correctly. This setup gets a 6 out of 10 Doritos for me. Obviously, you're gaming now. Invest in some monitor arms and get them off the table. Now we're getting fancy. We got a clean setup. First of all, let me point out that Perk seems to have mounts for literally everything. We got one of the camera, the monitors, the mics, and even that little ring light. Don't think I didn't see that. We even have some greenery over here to the left, but then we look over to the right to what I imagine is either a supercomputer or the world's smallest rave party. Either way, it's obvious that there was thought put into this because there are not many stray cables. Again, this setup looks clean. I'm gonna give this a solid 8.5 out of 10 Doritos. This guy is clicking heads. Next up, we have my boy Travis, and right off the bat, this setup looks solid. Spacing is my only concern, but I like that hat right there. Quick question. Do you think you have enough stickers on that case? I'm pretty sure you can fit some more on there, and also, is that hot sauce on your other case? I see you're a man of culture. Now, another thing of note is how many cameras you got. My man can't seem to choose which angle people should watch him at, but otherwise you got yourself a cool setup. Seems like you might have Summit smashed your desk though, so I'd watch your temper. This gets a 7.5 out of 10 Doritos for me because I feel claustrophobic looking at it. Now Mustang, I wanted to see your entire setup, so this is a special category for you. I like that you got your name on the side of the PC there, and obviously this bad boy is high-end and looks spacious. I'm giving this PC a 5 out of 5 Mountain Dews. Now I know that's not the rating I said I'd give in the beginning, but this is my video, and if you don't like that, you can kiss my Dominican ass. Anyway, we got the hot sauce legend himself, OG Pickle, and he's a Packers fan, so this is already going downhill. But if you take a step back, you'll see his setup is quite manageable. Monitor mounts, nice open space on his desk, nice camera, the better to judge his every action by, a nice vert monitor. His cable management is not bad, and look, he even has a pickle on his cooler. The placement of that beer is precariously close to the keyboard, but overall, I'd give this an 8 out of 10 Doritos. Don't spill that beer, Pickle. Wait, are those aviators? 0 out of 10. But if you give me some of that hot sauce, I might bring that back up to a 0.5 out of 10. Cooped Up is up, and his setup looks pretty straightforward, though if I'm looking at this right, it looks like his PC is at the edge of his desk. That is giving me anxiety just looking at it. But I am digging the gradient in his background. Obviously, he likes that high-angle camera, and my man has a sick-looking wallpaper. Overall, I'm enjoying looking at the aesthetic. However, you can't hide those cables from me. I see them, and I can't quite tell if your mouse is wired, but if it is, then it's adding to it. Still, I like your atmosphere, and there's nothing too crazy going on, so I give this a 7 out of 10 Doritos. This last setup is close to my heart. This is actually my mod setup, and it looks super clean. I know for a fact he's got a custom keyboard, but if you look at his desk, this man is a man of structure. Love the aesthetic on your screensavers, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. We gotta take a moment to appreciate that frame in the back. Filter coffee, not people. As a coffee addict, I approve this message. My man also embraces his southern heritage with a block on his desk, and overall, I gotta say I like the minimalist touch to it all. I give this an 8 because he's banned many a troll from this battle station, and it would be higher, but I don't see any anime anywhere, and that's a travesty. And that's it. Those are all the setups that were sent to me as of making this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, at the end of the day, I literally made up this rating system on the fly, and I love that you guys send me pictures of your setups. They all look great. Yes, even this one. Just remember to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.